how's it going? I'm Keelan Sexton. I'm 23 years old, and I did a Bachelor of Laws with Sociology in the University of Limerick.
Keelan, thanks a million for giving a bit of time to this today. We just wanted to record this because obviously there's a lot of students now trying to get stuff done online, probably coming to those pressure points. You did your FYP and finished fourth year last year during lockdown. What kind of tips may you have for other fourth years now or students generally?
I suppose obviously with the platform going online, it's probably really important to manage your time. It's something that's probably the most important aspect of college anyways. Coming in the door is you're responsible for yourself and there's no one else going to do anything for you. I'd say to people that are working from home, just try and get a routine going as if they're working a job really. Look at it like that sense that you allocate an amount of time for everything and you have your breaks, you manage yourself, do out your calendars. There's loads of tools people use, I think, for time management and project management. So I think the thing that kind of I did was I was lucky enough that I suppose in my FYP I had a good group and I had a great help of one of the girls that I was doing it with, and we were able to communicate effectively. We were able to allocate time during the week to do FYP, and then I had time to do other modules as well, which is important. So you can't really stress enough that time management is the most important thing when it comes to online learning, and it's at the end of the day it's down to the person themselves if they want to do it, and they'll only get out as much as they want, as much as they put in really.
Okay, so when you say time management, what did you do? How did you manage your time?
Yeah, I suppose starting off it was kind of tricky because you're trying to juggle a lot of things, and we were lucky enough to be playing sport at the time as well, and I was trying to just, I suppose, manage everything around being able to perform in both aspects of my life, sporting and academically. So I would try and allocate, as I said, like a job. Get up in the morning, have a plan. 9 o'clock to 12, I'm going to look at this module. I'm going to focus on this aspect. If there's a project due or FYP aspect due for a week, I'd make contact with whoever's in the project. Then I would try and just go about my business in that aspect. If I had any problems, just contact the person that I was with. Even in general coursework, talk to my friends, ask them, did you have any notes on this? Do you have anything for this topic? Get all that stuff back, and then just manage it and divide the day up into certain modules, and then just start checking it off as you're doing it. I think break your course up and just check off week by week.
Good stuff. And when you were taking breaks, how did you, a lot of students seem to be putting in the time, but then they're just fed up. They seem like they're in the computer all the time. So how did you handle your breaks?
I definitely agree with you there. There is like there's no point being at the computer if you're not going to be invested into it. So I actually think you're better off do like 2 hours of solid study, 3 hours of solid study, than actually just throw yourself there and not go in and be thinking and looking up into the sky. So I think like breaks are very important. Like I would say it's up to the person. What do they want to do? Like sometimes I might just allocate like an hour or two there, 3-4 hours, just watch Netflix, go for a walk and stuff, and then go back at it in the evening, and then do the same at night. Like, so break your day up I think you'll know yourself. You realize yourself, I think, when you're like saying, there's nothing going in the head here, like there's no point maybe it's even sitting here, like just get away from it. That happens to everyone. Like I don't think anyone could just sit down to a computer and absorb information like a robot for an extended period of time and then just maintain it. So I think the important thing is giving the brain a break, looking at other things, look after your mental health as well. Like,
brilliant. And I suppose also you have dyslexia and were engaged with some supports from Disability Support Office. How did that help you, or how did you make the most of the services there?
I did. I suppose the support that I was offered was something in terms of note taking and stuff like that, which was prescribed to me under having dyslexia, which is something that like you just have to manage. You look at it like something else. It's like anything else you want to do. You could just kind of put in the work that will, I suppose, quantify. I might have to work a bit harder than some other people at certain aspects, but then again, some other things come easier to me than other people. So it's just like a normal thing. I think the big thing about it is just realize on what you're good at and what you're not good at. And one of the things that I wasn't good at was probably like getting down all that information in a lecture, or like I'd be kind of half in, half out of lectures, and I might drop a point, which can be very important in a course like law. Like there could be a principle or something that you actually need, and if you end up not taking it down, you're looking back at your notes being like, oh, so I'm not missing anything. But luckily enough that I was able to avail of the services, and I think the services themselves are one of those things where you just have to kind of, it's up to you to really use them. And I don't see, I suppose the first year coming in the door, I was like, oh, you wouldn't really be too, I suppose, talking about it or telling people that I was getting them, but looking back on it, it makes no difference whatsoever. It's another benefit. It's something that can help you reach your goal at the end of the day. If you want to actually get through college, if you want to get your degree, it's going to be an important aspect of you attaining it, is those actual things that are provided you.
Brilliant. Keelan, thanks so much. So just one final question, I suppose. What would you suggest? You're, I suppose, a senior inter-county footballer for the duration of your college career. You've come out with an excellent degree, starting work now soon. What was the key to that? What was the key thing? I get the sense that you enjoyed your time in UL. What tips could you give now that might maybe put people on the same track?
Yeah, I suppose, look, I think you need to know when to pull the finger out, as my mother would say, and get down to work. Everybody comes to college, and everybody, I suppose, well, not now, is enjoying it as much as what they used to, but it'll come back like that sometime. And I suppose the thing that I would say is it's hard work, really. You get out as much as you want to put in. It's simple as, I think anyone is intelligent enough to do something that's provided to them in a thought space. It's just up to them whether they want to actually do it. I think anyone that comes to UL has the intelligence to get through their course. That's proven by probably sitting a stressful exam like the Leaving Cert. But at the end of the day, the knowledge isn't going to go in unless you kind of open up the book, or if you watch the lecture or read the notes. So it's as simple as that. You just have to put in the work.
Keelan, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
No worries.